Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. So I'm going to do a favourites video today because I haven't done one in a while, and I actually have a few things that I would like to share with you that I think you might like too. So if you would like to see more, then keep watching. So as I mentioned in the start of the video, like in a little intro, I do have quite a few bits to show you and I've got them all out in front of me in like groups. So I think what I'm going to do is start with homeware bits because there are a few, and it's a change in season, isn't it? Even though it's still winter, Christmas is over, and I notice a huge shift. Like once Christmas is done, I really do change up like the things that I use around the house and the scents and that kind of thing. And the first thing I bought on a complete whim, because it was on offer and we'd run out, and it is fabric conditioner. And if you've been watching any of like my other videos, I was obsessed with the Comfort one, the apple scent one that you could buy from B&M. It was like a festive edition. It was the apple and pine or something like that, and I just thought it was beautiful. But we'd run out and I didn't want to go specifically to B&M to hunt that down over, like, it was just after Christmas. So we nipped into a local shop and I picked this up because it was on offer, and you got extra free liquid as well, which is always a winner in my book. But it's the Lenore Scent Inspired by Nature Silk Tree Blossom, and it's absolutely beautiful. This is actually the second bottle, but my washing machine has like a dosing system, so I've just poured it all in now because we've run out of the other stuff. Goes to show how much like washing we do, but it's just so pretty. And I remember the first time we used it, my mum and dad had come round and they were helping us. Like, they'd come round and I was about to take the Christmas tree down and they ended up helping us. And then afterwards I just put like a throw that I'd washed in this back on the sofa, and I was like, oh my god, mum, smell this, it smells so good. My mum's probably like, yeah, I can remember that. And it just smelled amazing. So if you've never tried it before, it's really pretty. I mean, they all kind of smell like fabric conditioner, don't they, these things? They've all got like a similar sort of like scent level, but this one is just really beautiful and pretty and very spring-like, which I know it ain't spring yet. It's really not anywhere near spring yet, but it's nice to think about it anyway. Now the next thing I'm going to mention is also scent related, and then the other two bits are cooking related. But if you've known me for like any length of time, or like followed me on here, you'll know that I'm really into my candles, especially when it's like the cooler months. I love having a house that smells nice, especially when, you know, you cook a lot or you're changing nappies and all sorts of things like that. It's like having a nice smelling house is just something that makes me happy. Now with candles, they're great, but after a while you notice like a lot of soot marks from where you burn them like frequently, or you burn them in the same place. We had to repaint above our mantelpiece at the end of last year, and already I can notice that like changing colour again from burning candles over Christmas, and I decided that I would go down the wax melt route. Now obviously with wax melts you can use some of them where they have a little candle that you put underneath, but you still get that smoke element of it. So one thing that I've done is bought an electric wax burner. I bought it from Amazon, so I've not got it with me because it's like plugged in, but I would do like a cutaway here of what it looks like. And the nice thing is it also kind of doubles up as a lamp, so it's quite lovely in the evening to like turn it on, and you don't have to like then worry about like candles or like burning or fire or anything like that. And it feels like a little bit safer in that respect too, and obviously there's less damage to your walls and ceilings and like, you know, your general lung health. It's not to say that I'm never going to light a candle again, because I still love a candle, but I just want to use them less. So I love that burner. It was about £17 from Amazon. And then when I was looking for wax melts, I just went for the ones that Mrs. Hinch likes, and the Ava May aromas, and I picked up 3 different scents, but the one that I've loved the most so far, I've only burnt 1 cube, but it's just a gift that keeps on giving. It's the daisy chain one, because it's actually designed to smell like my favourite perfume, which is Marc Jacobs Daisy, and I love these. Now one thing I will say is that I did find these to be quite expensive. You get 6 little chunks that you can like break up like this, and they are quite large, so you could cut them up again and just burn them sparingly. The scent throw is amazing, and I do find the scent to be quite authentic. However, my friend has actually also told me of someone local that makes them, so I will like leave her like profile here so you can see who that person is. She really rates them, so I think I'm going to move across to buy from that person next time because she does similar scents. But I can recommend Ava May for sure, but I guess it just depends on budget and what you want to spend. But this brings me joy, makes me really happy. So that's the first, like, the smelly home things. Now the next thing that I've been cooking with a lot, and I think it's because you do a lot of like comfort food cooking over winter, I find anyway, it is this, and it's the Aldi Garlic Infused Olive Oil. Now Waitrose also does one of these. I think you'll find that a lot of supermarkets do them, but this is cheaper, and I think it's just over £1, something like that. And it's ideal for drizzling, dipping, dressing, roasting and pasta sauces, and I've used it a lot. And they also do a chili one as well, but it's just such an easy way to add some really nice flavour to your dish. Like, you could drizzle it over hummus if you want to like jazz it up. I've been cooking with it a lot. It just adds loads of depth of flavour, and it makes really, really good like roast potatoes or roast veggies as well. So if you haven't tried that before, I can really recommend that. And then on a roasting theme is this roasting tray. Now I have quite a few of these in various different sizes. They're ceramic, and I just find that they wash so well. They are really actually quite nice to look at. I mean, let's be honest, they're really pretty. These have got like a blue trim. I can't remember the name of them off the top of my head, but I will leave them linked down below for you. I have so many of these now, and I recently bought a big one, kind of like a treat to myself really, with my Christmas money, and I love it. I just think it's great. So if you are in the market for investing into something that's going to last quite well, because I always find like baking and roasting dishes, after a while they do kind of get quite tired, things get stuck on, you can't get them off, whereas these do clean really well and they last ages as well, so I can really recommend them. So I had to mention that. And then now I'm going to move on to beauty stuff, I think. Now the first one is a really random one because everybody loves this product, I think, but one thing I will say is when you're into beauty, I have been into makeup and beauty stuff for years. It's always been a huge passion of mine. Even when I was a teenage girl, I was just drawn to makeup and like the creative side of it and doing different looks. Like, I probably wear more makeup than I should do, but it's only because I enjoy it, do you know what I mean? And I get sucked into buying things all the time because I'm influenced. I see other people using stuff and I think, well, maybe that's better because it's more expensive, or like such and such likes it, so maybe I'll give it a go. So one thing that I've tried loads of in like recent years, particularly after being a mum, is dry shampoo, because you need it, don't you? And I tried loads, some that I really love, some that are really expensive and I don't think I'd ever buy again. But I grabbed a bottle of this the other day because I'd run out of what I was using, and it was the only thing that was in the shops, and I thought I'm just going to give it a go because I have used it before. I do quite like it, I think, and it's Batiste, but I haven't used it in so long that I actually forgot how effective it is. Obviously you do have to bear in mind that you look a little bit like a badger initially if you've got dark hair, at least I do anyway, and you really have to work it into the roots and like comb it through a bit so you don't look like you're prematurely greying. But it's really, really good. I've just got the original one, and it just kind of makes you realise that sometimes things are popular for a reason and you don't have to spend over the odds. So I think I'm just going to stick with this for now because it works really well for me. So the next thing that I want to mention is completely different from that, not in terms of cost, obviously it's like a different product so it is more expensive, but just something that I have used for years now and I am forever reminded of how much I love it. So it is this, and it's Marc Jacobs Daisy. Now this is my scent, really. It's what I wear most of the time, it's what I smell of, it's why I've bought wax melts that smell like it. And I bought this when I was pregnant with Daisy and we knew what we were going to call her. I bought it on a whim because I'd run out of perfume and I just thought, I wonder if it's like nice and I'll like it, so I bought a little bottle and I was completely sold. But I ran out before Christmas, and you know what it's like before Christmas when you don't want to invest in too much for yourself because you're buying for other people. And I just got a cheap perfume out one of my drawers, I think it was one from Next, and I was using that and it was alright, but I wasn't really feeling it. Like, and every time I would put perfume on every day I'd be like, I really miss it. And my grandma asked me what I wanted for Christmas and I said, could I have some money towards Marc Jacobs Daisy? And she was like, yeah, go on then, that sounds like a really good idea, like I know you like perfume. So I put money towards it as well and upgraded myself to the bigger bottle for Christmas, and it's going to last me ages. So this is I think it's 100ml, and what did I do? I bought it on offer as well, so that's another thing. Like, I got a Christmas deal for myself, and I'm really, really pleased that I got it because now I'm wearing it again. It's just I can't beat it. Every time I try a different scent, nothing compares. So if you light, like pretty scents that aren't too heavy, but it's not too fruity, it's not too like girly, it's just very pretty. It feels like it's got a little like underlying scent of like a vanilla-y muskiness to it, and it's just beautiful. Definitely give it a sniff next time you're in like a shop or Boots or something, because you won't regret it. I think it's gorgeous. Now the other two things are actually Christmas presents, and they're like little miniature Benefit products, ironically. And I love getting stuff like this for Christmas, because you just get to like try things again that you've not tried for ages, or try something new. And this one is a new thing to me. So it's the Benefit Precisely My Brow Pencil, and I think I'm in the shade 3. Yeah, I am. And it just looks like this. It's a very, very, very fine pencil, and you roll it up and down. But the nice thing with the miniature is that you can try it first and like see if it works for you before like you upgrade to a larger one, which I'm going to do. I've just found it so quick and easy for doing my brows in the morning, because you literally just like comb it through, well, pencil it through. I give it a brush with a brow comb just to sort of like settle it into my brows a bit better, and then I'm good to go. And I've really been enjoying using it. I really have. Benefit do some great brow products, I've got to say. We've got Gimme Brow as well. I always have that to like brush through for texture, and I've been using them together. My Gimme Brown's running out, but it's brilliant and really worth giving a go. I really like that. And then the other one is like one that I've already used before, and I have it, and I thought, oh, I remember this formula being really wet and like quite... Drop it on the floor. 1 second. We're back. Yeah, I remember the formula being really like wet and like quite difficult to use, but I don't know if it's just a miniature version, or maybe I'm just used to using this mascara. But it's Benefit Bad Gal Bang. It looks like this. It's a plastic brush, which typically I won't go for because I prefer the bristles myself, the proper like fibrous bristles. But I just think it's great. Like, I feel like it gives me really big lashes really quickly, and I've been enjoying using that as well. So it's been nice to sort of like try new things, or like go back to something I've not used in a while and see if I like it. I find that that is always quite true after like Christmas and after my birthday, because people will buy me things knowing that I'm into makeup, and I'm like, oh, that was a good shout. So those are all of the beauty items, and now I'm going to go on to like either apps or entertainment and that kind of thing. So the first thing that I want to touch on is an app. Now if you watch my weekend vlogs, you'll probably hear me mention that I have made the switch from the Marina Coil over to the mini pill called Sorel. So that's the one that I've got now. I've had the copper coil, didn't get on well with that. I've had the Marina, didn't get on well with that. I gave both of them a really good run. So Marina I've had for 11 months and the copper coil I had for about 7 months. I really tried to get on with them. I've gone back to the pill, and one thing that I really wanted to do is just to like help myself remember to take it exactly, even more than normal. Like, I keep it with my makeup, so every day I know that I've got to like take it at the same time. But it's an app, and it's called My OC. I'll leave a link down below for it so you can find it. But it's really cool because you can like input what kind of pill you have. So the packet then on the screen matches. One sec. Oh, let me get it. It matches your packet on your thingy, if that makes sense. Like, it looks like that, sorry, there we go. And I thought that was quite cool. And you can pop your pills, so when you take them, when you like push it in like you do on the actual foil thing, if that makes sense. And it will send you reminders as well, so like 2 reminders a day. So if you haven't yet taken it, then it will make sure that you do within the right time frame. And you know what? Some apps and things like this are really gimmicky, and you think, you know, I don't bloody need this at all. But this has been really helpful for me, especially when I've been tired or really busy. I just think it's great. So if you've never used one like this before, I would give it a go, because I think it's really handy. And then the other things I want to mention are entertainment based. Now obviously I've watched loads and loads of telly over Christmas, like, you know, box sets or films or whatever's been on that's like festive. But there are a few things that we've watched that aren't Christmassy that I really enjoyed. The first one was the second series of You, which is on Netflix. Now obviously everybody and their dog seems to be watching You at the moment, so this might be nothing new. But if you've never seen it before, it's really worth a watch. Obviously it's a little bit gory in places and a bit creepy, but it's kind of got that, you know, that kind of teen vibe to it without it being too twee. You know how it like just kind of gets away with it because it's like a bit trashy in a way, but then like really good at the same time, and you find yourself wondering what's happening next a lot, but it's not too deep and dark and horrible that you feel like a little bit anxious like I do sometimes when I watch like gruesome stuff. It makes me feel really weird, but it's just fantastic. And there's going to be a season 3 as well, which I think is out in like 2021 or 22, something like that. Somebody told me, and I was very pleased to hear that, so that's really worth watching if you've not seen it already. And then a film that we have absolutely loved, I have a little list so I didn't forget what I liked this like recent month, is Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. It is brilliant. It is so good. It's got Leonardo DiCaprio in and also Brad Pitt. I actually think that Brad Pitt comes across better in it. I don't know, I just thought his acting was brilliant, and he also won an award for Best Supporting Actor. I believe it's by Quentin Tarantino, and it also includes like a nod to the Manson family in it. It's really good watch. It's one of those, like, it's definitely like action-y, but it's also like a drama. It's very good. Like, it's a good watch, and it's like fictional but based on true life, if that makes sense. Hollywood, like way back when. It's really worth watch. We absolutely love that, and normally like Mark and I, we have like a lot in common in some respects, but then sometimes with movies we're just completely chalk and cheese, and he picked it and I'm really glad that he did, because really enjoyed watching it. So if you've not seen that, definitely give it a watch. And then the final thing that I want to share is child related. I thought I would leave it till the end just in case some of you don't have children, so you can click away now if you're not interested in that kind of thing. It's quite cute though. Obviously our kids got loads of like really lovely Christmas presents, some bits that we'd bought or like family members have brought, and they've been having like a good old whale of a time with all of those. But one of the ones that I just find I've done loads with, all 3 kids actually, all 3 kids have loved it, but I've also loved doing it, is just this little tattoo set. Now this was from my grandparents for Daisy. I like helped them like pick a few things, and this was one of the things that they went for, and it is like glitter, there's glue, there's little designs, and all 3 kids that I've mentioned have loved using it, and it's been really nice to sort of sit down with them and like pick which designs they want to do. And it's nice to have children now that are getting a bit closer to doing like crafts. Obviously Bill's been like that for a while, but Daisy's really into like artistic things, and yeah, I just thought it was a really good set. We picked it up from, I think it was either Argos or Amazon, but as always I'll link it down below. It wasn't very expensive, and we just really like it. It's by Fab Lab, and they do loads of different ones. So at the back here there's like nail art, perfume, tie-dye and style lab, and I feel like these are now all good things that I would be able to get for Daisy's birthday, because she's just really into stuff like that. And I thought I would share because it's a nice one to get for like, you know, like half term if you want to do some like crafty stuff or something a bit different that's not going to break the bank. So yeah, that is the last thing that I want to share. But I hope you enjoyed this video and I didn't talk for too long. Don't forget to subscribe if you are new. I would love to have you here, but that is down to you obviously. And have a lovely day whatever you're up to, and I will hopefully see you very soon. Bye.